Tonight, judicial officers prepare ahead of 2023 post-election matters. Fuel scarcity bites harder in Ilorin metropolis, takes a toll on transportation and food items. Collapsed Harmony Bridge yearns for urgent government attention. Plus, update from the world of entertainment and sports. Good evening. This is the Nigerian Television Authority NTA ILORIN News. Tonight, I am Abdulwahid Bibire. Judicial officers who will be adjudicating on 2023 post-election matters are in Abuja to really prepare themselves for the task ahead. In the next 4 days, they will be brainstorming on ways of ensuring that all verdicts are in line with the law, as well as reducing conflicting judgments from the tribunals. Justices of the Court of Appeal are also attending a capacity-building workshop to enhance the performance of the court in various divisions across the country. Meanwhile, a federal high court sitting in Ilorin has adjourned to deliver judgment on a pre-election case challenging the nomination of one Miriam Aladi as All Progressives Congress APC candidate in the 2023 House of Assembly election. Abdulafiz Alaya has the details.
The plaintiff, Shina Karim, had claimed that he won the May primary election of APC for Ilorin South constituency and was so declared by INEC. He is challenging the nomination of Miriam Aladi by his party and seeking the order of the court that he be declared as the lawful candidate of APC in the forthcoming election. The All Progressives Congress and the second defendant, through their counsels, filed preliminary objections to the case and wanted it dismissed for lack of jurisdiction. On the merits of the case, the defense pointed out some irregularities in the plaintiff's supporting affidavits and INEC reports which purportedly declared Shino as winner of the shadow election. They urged the court to dismiss the case for lack of merit and possibly award costs against the plaintiff. Salman Jawundo, on behalf of the plaintiff, prayed that the court strike out the preliminary objections and the defense of APC and Miriam Aladi, for most of the exhibits they tendered were either not certified, faked, or of no relevance to the case. After adoption of written addresses of all counsels, Justice Muhammad Sani adjourned till a date to be communicated to all parties to deliver judgments in the case. Abdulafiz Alaya, NTA News.
The hike in price of petrol is taking harder toll on the critical sectors of the economy. Olajide Bello in this report examines the impact of fuel scarcity on transportation and food in Ilorin metropolis.
Most major and independent marketers' filling stations were under lock and key as they were not selling petrol. Dan Fulani Modibo is one of the early callers at this particular filling station along Zango area. According to him, the ripple effect of the hike and scarcity is really biting hard on him and his family as priorities placed on who takes what to work and who picks the children after school.
I don't know why somebody will be selling fuel 200 and something naira, 300, and those who are the helms of Avia, they are seeing it. And some people have this fuel inside their tank, they fail to sell it, and those who are the helms of Avia, they cannot go there, they cannot arrest them.
His plea is for the federal government to set up a price control task force to stabilize the price of the commodity. Muftar Abdurrafiu, a father of two, is a commercial motorcycle operator who has been plying Harmony Estate to Zango for more than 2 years. For him to put food on the table is now a Herculean task.
The thing don't cost for market too, because as we go to market, we don't buy something yesterday 100 naira. Today we buy it 300 naira, 400 naira. That is why we are increasing our money from the Okada.
Even as a food vendor, Fatima Abubakar is not spared as she has her own tale to tell.
They should make things easy for us. We want the price of fuel to go down because things are cost before. But when the scarcity of fuel starts again, so it rises.
The enforcement arm of the NNPC used to be the Department of Petroleum Resources, but since its merger with PPMC, the house is now left for the mouse as the cat is no longer around. Efforts to get answers from the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria were futile as there was no one on ground to shed light on the cause of the hike and scarcity of petrol. For the likes of Modibo to breathe a sigh of relief an effective price control mechanism and concerted attention towards revamping the nation's refineries are most needed now. Olajide Bello, NTA News.
People living around Harmony Estate Road and motorists plying the route have once again appealed to the Kwara State government to mandate the contractor and the repair work at the collapsed Harmony Bridge to double the pace of work in view of the untold hardship experienced by them on a daily basis. Their report. Jamiu Suleiman was just returning from the hospital with his family and on their way to a pharmacy store along Harmony Road to get some drugs, but unfortunately they were unaware that the bridge linking them with other side where the pharmacy store is had caved in long ago.
We know we are dealing with fuel scarcity. I don't have much fuel in my car now. I'm on my way to get medicine, and upon getting here now, I'm just disappointed.
Untold hardship is same story among residents and motorists in that axis.
It has been very difficult since this bridge collapsed. Like, my work is across the bridge, and if I want to reach my work, I still have to go around Ilorin just to get it, whereas I can just follow this bridge.
Most times if I close for work, I supposed to close for work by 10 o'clock in the night. So I just come back home that night. But because of this bridge now, I have to sleep at work the next day.
Although I observed that the opening section of the bridge was gradually being filled with hardcore stones as well as presence of heavy-duty equipment, indicating that reconstruction work on the bridge is in progress, but the work seems very slow.
We don't want to do a work whereby within some few years to cave in again. So we want to do a solid job.
What we intend to do is to pour concrete, then put boulders. The boulders, they are of different grades. So the bigger one will be at the bottom, then we put the smaller one, we interlock. Then apart from that, we are going to inject concrete so that it will be a rigid structure that will be able to carry the load.
Okada riders and commercial tricycle operators are making shuttle services on both ends of the bridge to ease the burden for people plying that axis. The stretch of the road is gradually being turned to a dump site. NTA ILORIN News Tonight continues after its time out.
Sports Zone. This is your sports rendezvous, happening in the world of sports. You deserve to know. You want it analyzed? Sports Zone on NTA ILORIN, both local and international. You get the breaking news and the history, analyzing with brilliant sports exponents. Live every Wednesday, 9 to 9:30 in the morning. That's the time for your wonderful moment in sport infotainment. Sports Zone. Join us. Let's set the agenda.
Welcome back. The House of Representatives Committee on Ecological Funds has summoned the Director General of the Nigerian Governors Forum, Mr. Shishana Wakaru, to offer explanations over the alleged misapplication of ecological funds running into millions of naira. Also summoned by the committee probing into the issue were the Director General of the Hydroelectric Power Producing Areas Commission, IPADEC, Alhaji Abubakar Sediki Alwa, and his counterpart of the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, Mr. Mustafa Ahmed. The House of Representatives Committee explained that the decision to summon the officials became pertinent after they failed to offer explanations as to why they assessed ecological funds over the years. The lawmakers who decried the abuse of the ecological funds directed them and head of the Federal Minister of Health and his counterpart in the Niger Delta Ministry to appear before the committee on Wednesday this week. And now, entertainment news. Nigerian Afrobeat legendary producer and label boss Don Jazzy has released the 4th episode of his monthly radio show, Don Jazzy Radio, on Apple Music. Mohammed Azan has the details.
The Maven's boss, alongside his co-host Johnny Drew, who recently released a new EP he calls Home, with the lead single How Are You. Don Jazzy Radio will offer the best of what is next, what is new, and the golden age of Afrobeat, which listeners can enjoy through his regular features called Quick Bites, the Don's Blessing and Quick of the Week, as well as exclusive guest interviews and fan-centered experiences. Don Jazzy Radio will be available on Apple Music from Monday, November 7. In another development, Nigerian Afrobeat superstar Yemi Alade has sold out the 2,000 capacity Olympia Hall in Paris in her latest concert. The show, which took place on Sunday, 6 November 2022, is not her first exploit in France, as she performed at the Le Trianon in Paris during a successful tour of Europe in 2017. Nigerian skit maker Abdulgafar Ahmed, also known as Cute Abiola, has resigned from the Navy. He made the announcement via his verified social media handles after being appointed Special Assistant on Creative Industries by the Kwara State Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak. The resignation, according to the 26-year-old comic actor, was necessary for him to pursue his dream. Mohammed Azan, NTA News.
On our sports, Nigeria's representatives in the CAF Confederation Cup, Rivers United and Plateau United, have hit Libya for the second legs of their playoffs against Al-Nassr Benghazi and Al-Aqdar football clubs. Raliat Ibrahim Asmo on Sports Tidbit.
MPFL champions Rivers United departed via Cairo, Egypt, while Plateau United departed via Doha, Qatar, before reconnecting another flight to Libya. Both clubs have huge first-leg wins into the ties as Rivers United dropped Al-Nassr 5-0 last Wednesday in Port Harcourt, just as Plateau United hammered Al-Aqdar 4-1 in Abuja. On the foreign scene, Ralph Hussein-Holt has become the latest EPL manager to be shown the exit doors as his 4-year stint with Southampton came to an end on Monday. Hussein-Holt leaves the Saints after 4-1 defeat to Newcastle on Sunday, which left them in the relegation zone after 6 losses in 9 top-flight games. Meanwhile, in both UEFA Champions League and Europa League round of 16 and 32 made earlier today, last season's finalists Liverpool and Real will face each other. PSG will square up against Bayern Munich, while Barcelona will host Manchester United in the next round of the Europa League. In basketball, Rivers Hoopers on Monday announced they have officially signed the Tigers player Chris Oppa for the final 8, which dunks off today. Hoopers, who last played in a competitive game on February 5 when they won the Crown Elite Championship in Lagos and are willing to add to their laurels, signed the experienced player. Raliat Ibrahim for Sports Tidbits.
Tomorrow, Tuesday, 8th of November 2022 weather forecast wraps it up on NTA ILORIN News Tonight. Thanks for watching. Good night.